What I'm going to talk to you about is a protocol for healthcare, a blockchain that's been developed specifically for the needs of healthcare and for global compliance, allowing the transaction of care, but also the transaction of data. Unlike most projects you'll come across, this protocol is backed also by an immediate adoption of the network, the Bitmed clinical care platform that's supported with a top funnel of almost 50 million members worldwide across 7 countries. The Bitmed clinical care platform that I'll discuss is actually one of the leading telehealth providers in emerging markets. We're active in not just the US, but also Mongolia, Rwanda, Kenya, Ghana, and continue to expand as well. So what is my company looking to do? What are we targeting? We're targeting what we see as a $230 billion opportunity. The data market for healthcare, and the data market in general, is massive. If you look at companies like IQVIA, a publicly traded company that with a $25 billion market cap, these companies are, well, in my opinion, phenomenal. But they trade or vend in retrospective, old, unstructured data. Healthcare data is currently not designed and collected for data mining. It's meant for medical billing. It's not even meant for communication of care. Though, it's still a $100 billion market. Pharmaceuticals, and this is what I think most people think about when they think about healthcare data, pharmaceuticals are spending about $80 billion in their R&D to bring better drugs and therapies to market. The interesting part about that is there's a 6 to 9% growth in spending in emerging markets, compound each year. And so that's a big reason as to why Bitmed doesn't just operate in the US, but again is within Africa and Southeast Asia. And again, we're seeking to also address a technology-enabled market as well, where we're able to create not just a blockchain network globally, but within each market that our first use case is established in, we're able to create a data network and a user network that other companies can build value upon. All right, so the blockchain, it needs to be a blockchain slide. I don't really believe fully in talking too much about the blockchain because the blockchain is the infrastructure. It's a thing that lets you do the thing. But that being said, you need to know something about it. So we run a private permission blockchain. It's based off of Quorum. However, you can't just pick up a blockchain off the shelf and expect to transact healthcare data on it. In the US, it wouldn't be HIPAA compliant. As we found, as we're operating in Rwanda and other markets, you wouldn't be compliant in those others. We've created a global storage network that allows for us to operate our blockchain globally and meet the, not lowest, but highest standard of security to operate in any market, including China as well, where I spent about 3 weeks meeting with top-level ministers, showing what we can do and understanding their requirements as well. So we've created a network for you to build your blockchain healthcare solutions on top of. Part of that network is the Bxm Token. And so along with our first use case, which I'll describe, the Bxm Token right now is backed by the data on the network and the use on the network. That is where our token creates its value. But the purpose of the token, when coupled with the smart contracts, is it allows you to gain access to the data on the network. Allows for the generation of real-world evidence, allows us to create an open marketplace on data. So buying data today or brokering data today is an extremely opaque process, especially when it comes to healthcare. We can create price transparency around user data. This isn't a novel idea when it comes to blockchain and data. But we're able to execute it on it from the healthcare perspective. And to that effect, have already generated 1.3 million in revenue of sales to show that we can do this in our early pilots. The network and the token together also create a marketplace for other developers, again, to build their healthcare solutions on top of. And we have 17 partner institutions, organizations, public and private, building their own solutions either on our blockchain, using our dApps, or using our protocol, using our kind of top-level platform as well. So what is the first use case? Well, the Bitmed Clinic. So again, Bitmed's been around for about 3 years. We started the Bitmed Clinic with the goal to create personalized, accessible, and scalable care. And the way that we do that, and this is live today, we're happy to give anyone here access to the platform. You get access to 3 core services: care, 24/7 access to our doctors, online, messaging or video, content, personalized, curated content delivered to you with machine learning identifying not just what you should read based off your health interests, but how long do you like to read for? Also, what you should be thinking about that you may not know. So if you're a 55-year-old white male in Texas you should probably start thinking about your blood pressure and your colonoscopy coming up, unfortunately. And then communities, creating everyday relevance of your healthcare, right? So this is actually where most interaction occurs. Peer-to-peer networks where you can discuss the challenges of living with disease, but also the ability to just overcome everyday or discuss health interests in general, runners clubs, new mommy groups, et cetera. These 3 core services actually create structured data that we are then able to anonymize and vend to our trusted partners. All 3 of these services, including clinical care, are at no cost. No insurance, no copays, none of that. The service is fully subsidized by your data sales. When Bitmed transacts your data with the BXMP protocol, we also rebate back the tokens that were used in the transaction back to our members. So every time you log into the platform, you're able to see your account balance go up. So you can use it more on platform and in the future off platform. Well, what does that mean? How many people here have purchased a utility token? How many people have used a utility token? I love that question. So, okay, fine, 1. Winner. What we're trying to do is actually create some utility. So today, you can log onto the Bitmed platform. You can use a part of a Bxm token that you earn through your data transaction to get access to a doctor. Starting in November, what you're going to be able to do is come to the Bitmed exchange, an integrated exchange to our platform, and swap out your Bitmed token to the RX token. Swap out your RX token to a rideshare token. So the goal is, as a user, an end user of our platform, you're going to be able to come in, get your clinical care, your primary care, your preventative care, your women's health, your mental health, your sports medicine, all live services on our platform. But if you get prescribed a prescription, you can then transact it out to the right token and go order your azithromycin, the prescription the doctor called in for you, and then call the rideshare and pay for it in your token as well. We're creating a crypto exchange based off of interoperability between blockchain services, initially structured on health, wellness, and lifestyle. Sorry, I'm not planning to list gambling tokens just yet. So coming back to the protocol, that's the first network. So our first use case, this use case, active in 7 countries, top funnel of 50 million members, active utilization, generating revenue today. How does the network grow? Well, it can't just be all Bitmed. And so we have over 17 different partners across all of our active countries using either the Bitmed clinic, DApps, or our protocol. This is how we grow. This is where we start from. And we're adding to this list of other partners building on our network as well. It's not just me. It's definitely not just me, but I'm backed by, again, a stellar team here in Austin. My co-founder, Bo Vargas, our VP of engineering, our head of people. It actually is quite an army. Bitmed doesn't just come with the platform, it comes with the medical team. We have a medical practice of over 1,000 providers, 250 whom are active. And again, we offer primary care, emergency medicine, and internal medicine currently, and we're expanding into second opinion medical services as well, all which will run on the BXMP protocol. We touched a little bit on it. So where are we right now? We did a pre-sale, and that pre-sale has ended. We're currently in a crowd sale, available on tokensale.bitmed.io, and also through LA Token. We will list our token, and that's the core of it. Thanks.